Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we go directly to our next presentation, which will be India Retail Forum, IRF, powered by MAPIC, a special presentation. India Retail Forum is the catalyst for the retail industry. It's scheduled on the 19th and 20th of September 2017 here in Mumbai. It's going to have a new flavor, and tell you what's going to be special about the new IRF. We have Mr. Edward Jervis, Sales Director, Adriatic Region, Central Asia, India, Iran, Middle East, Russia, and CIS, Reed Midham, Real Estate Division. Please welcome Mr. Edward Jervis.
If I was asked where hides the future, I would say that the future hides behind you, because you're making our future, you're making our new experience. Just as an introduction, and I will just show you a quick video of MAPIC, what we do in Cannes and what we've been doing for over the past 20 years. It's just to give you a flavor of our event in Cannes. Please show the video.
You want to shop the world and be part of the future of retail? If you're working in the retail and real estate industries, you have to join us in Cannes. Because next November, MAPIC will kick off its 23rd edition. Join the ultimate event for the international retail property market and connect, network, share your projects, close deals, discover new ideas, and why not, expand your universe. Along with 8,400 other participants from 78 countries, 700 exhibiting companies, 1,000 investors, 2,500 developers, and over 2,100 retailers. So, what about getting a year's worth of business in only 3 days? Discover the next trends in pop-up, food and beverage, leisure, and be on top of the game. Attend conferences hosted by La Creme de la Creme, strolling the Innovation Forum, or gain recognition in the MAPIC Awards. We have so much in store for you, so let's shop the world together. And all meet in Cannes from November 15 to 17, 2017. See you there.
So thank you. So that's the flavor of what we're doing every year in November in Cannes, France. Now I just wanted to thank 3 people here. First one is you all. Thank you for taking 2 days of your business. It's important, this kind of forum, because it's all about, and we've seen it from the distinguished speakers this morning, sharing experience and facing our future challenges. Second, thank you would go to the Reed Exhibitions team here in India. They're doing a wonderful job managing 15 shows. And I know they spend a lot of time and energy in making it all happen. And then a special thank you to Amitabh for what you've done the past 25 years. You've done it with passion. You know that passion is also suffering. And you've done a wonderful job. I mean, no one would be standing in this room without your commitment, your work, and what you've achieved. I think the industry owes you a lot, but I think you will be rewarded, and thank you for your applause. Thank you. Thank you, Amitabh. Okay. Now, I will do just a quick presentation on MAPIC, just to give you, I think, the feeling of the event, and maybe you will understand how it can help you in progressing and facing your future challenges. And then I will have a few comments on what have been said this morning, because we're sharing a lot of things and there was quite a lot of things interesting. Again, I'm not from your industry, so I'm just a witness, but I'm very familiar with all the words you've mentioned. So just a quick presentation on what is MAPIC and who we are. And so we're part of Reed Exhibitions, which is a huge company called Reed Elsevier, 35,000 people around the world. And the story between Reed and Images is that politicians, and you know, in France we had elections a few days ago. Politicians, they say words, they love India. We at Reed, we are in the business, we act, we invest, and we go beyond the words. So a few months ago, we believed in the Russian market. We purchased a few shows there. And because we believe in the Indian market, there is no better proof that we are investing in events, and we look forward gathering you all again in September, and probably on other of our shows. Okay, so this is how we stand. So MAPIC, and you saw it, but the video was good to explain and to give the feeling, because I've understood from the speakers this morning that it's all about emotionals. So a video with music always speaks better than any speech. So there's a number of, we're gathering over 8,000 people, much more than the numbers and the figures. It's the quality, and it's all the players that are attending the event with over 100 conferences. The format of exhibition has changed. It was a making deal market in the past. Now it's much more content. Content was cherry on the cake. Now everyone wants to learn from the others and share the experience. So it's basically an exhibition, a networking opportunity, because this is our duty, is to deliver business and try to help you in building your network. Okay, so 8,400 participants, and it's scattering the entire industry, from the retailers to the developers and all the suppliers, the architects, etc., etc. A number of people in the room here are already familiar with MAPIC. I was just referring to GLL for an example. So huge event, a great venue, because without a good venue it wouldn't work. We've got over 2,000 brands, 500 new coming every year, and some of them are exhibiting just to promote what they do, and retailers, they're great. They're great people because they love what they do. There's a lot of passion in what they do, and they like to show and to share and to help not only the consumers but the entire community. So yeah, a number of great retailers, but it's not only a making deal market. It's also bringing together all the shopping developers and owners. It's an investing platform also, where you'll meet a number of pension funds, banks, institution investors looking at investing in this sector, because of course we're involved in other shows bringing the entire real estate community, but still today the retail sector, mainly in tough time, it's a very good investment, pays back, and it's not like having offices where you've got an empty building. In a mall you could have a few empty stores, but that's all. So the investors, so it's both ways. So you'll be seeing in Cannes a number of investors, and we're working hard on bringing in September to IRF a delegation of investors and retailers. We did exactly the same thing last week. I was last week in Russia, and we brought a number of international retailers. We organized a tour, visiting some shopping mall, and to understand the market. So it's not just bringing the people together, it's also helping everyone into building this network and getting familiar. You need to build a relationship before doing any business. So the exhibition area is huge, but it's actually covering the entire Cannes. Cannes works like a resort, and you're very familiar because of your film industry with Cannes and the film festival. We're also involved in the film festival and a number of shows in the television industry. Cannes works like a resort, and actually the main aisle is bordered by palm trees, because everything is happening on the Croisette and inside the convention center. So this is, and just wanted to go really quickly because again the video gave you a flavor, and what you need to keep in mind is that it's a big getter to build your network, to learn from others, and we work hard all the year round, and there's 300 people in Paris managing this event, and the entire goal is to deliver a quality event and awards to reward the community and the best achievements. And we will raise one of the topics you've mentioned this morning. F&B, the food. It's much more, in the past, shopping mall, it was just to feed the people. So you were shopping and then spending a few minutes so you had food courts and it was just to feed the people. Now, food is becoming a destination. GLL mentioned this morning Eat Italy, which is a food market concept, which is great, and this is growing. You have now on new floors of shopping mall proper dining restaurants where you spend the entire evening, and exactly like the first speaker mentioned, that 55% of the visitors of a shopping mall were just going to watch a movie. So, and now we're considering that in a shopping mall, we're going towards 45 to 50% of the entire space will be dedicated to leisure, entertainment, and restaurants. So it's much more, we won't call them malls in the future, we'll just call them, a leisure destination. Leisure can be shopping also. We mentioned pop-up stores is one of also of the future challenges. They're great. It's a new concept. You need to keep a good relationship with the stores and with the tenants. But pop-up stores, and let's say in Russia, it's only you can rent. The lease is only on 11 months. The rent is much cheaper, and but it's bringing a lot of animation. And it's bringing new brands that can't afford the first step in investing in a big store. So, and we'll also have an Indian Day dedicated to you with a conference, because we're here also to educate the internationals to your markets. And it's like a love story. You need to go to the people because they won't go to you. So we're expecting a number of visitors from India. And we're working very strongly in presenting this your opportunities, and it's an opportunity land. I mean, with a growth of over 7% a year, and even despite the fact that some of the stores, some of the malls are closing, others are very successful, and you are a land of opportunities. So you're a discovery land, and our duty is also to present you at MAPIC. Now, I just wanted to say a few words about the industry and where we're going. As I said, I'm not a professional from your industry. My industry is exhibitions and bringing the people together. And I just wanted to say that big thank you to my family, actually, because my wife is quite upset because I've visited probably more shopping mall than you will ever visit in your life, a few hundred. And but the thing, I not often go into a store. I just walk around, have a look, and my wife always upset because I'm not going in the store with her. And I learned so much actually from my kids. And I'll just take three short stories, three short experience. A few years ago, my son, I went to buy a new computer for him. We walked into a store, and we started speaking to one of the salesperson. After 2 minutes, he said, "Dad, can we go?" And this was quite confusing and upsetting for the person. I said, "Well, okay, we'll go." And then I asked him, "What's going on?" And I then suddenly realized that he had a better knowledge of the products than the guy selling those products. So it's not a warning, but because there's a number of shopping mall managers here and retailers, is that train your team, because it's really key, because you cannot fool anymore the consumers. Because of this digital world, they've got a great knowledge of their products. So it's like going to a restaurant. A few years ago, you were just checking the address. Now you're having a look at the menu, and when you enter the restaurant, you know exactly what you're going to have. So be careful with this, and it's important to train your staff, because the consumers have a great knowledge of your products. And another point is this digital world. I remember coming a few years ago saying, okay, digital, was it a threat or a tool? There is no question anymore. It's a great tool. It's the best tool you can have. in your life. I've got another kid working in marketing and marketing studies, and I was working on a survey called digital marketing. And he came to me and said, Daddy, marketing, it's digital, or it's not marketing. So it's not even worth using the word, because you've got digital everywhere. You can't live without this digital world. And the third point is this social media. My kids consider me as an old man because I'm a sales person and a marketing person. And they come to me and say, okay, why do you sell? Today, we share, tweet, and like. So I don't know how many of the people here in the room, whether you are a retailer or a developer, how many of you hide this new position of a social media manager? If only a few, I would advise everyone, because it's like in a hotel. In a hotel, you need a good receptionist, but you need also a good social media manager. I mean, you cannot imagine what's going on in this world. With this young generation, they are always connected. They keep sharing their experience. They're always connected. They always chat, share, like, and they go so fast, so faster than all of us in this room, that the world, and the entire world is now going very fast. So I can only advise you to be very cautious. And at MIPIM, which is the flagship show, we are welcoming 20,000 people. I was working with the city of Stockholm. They did a video, MIPIM, a few years ago. They posted on YouTube. And where we have 20,000 people at this event, they had over 3 million views. This is just to give you an idea of how many people you can reach at one time with those kind of tools. And the negative impact there can be because, spreading the word, and you need someone in your team to react immediately and to explain a product, to explain why something went wrong, because again they go very fast. So this is what I wanted to share with you, and I'll be looking forward to meeting you in September at IRF, and then in November in Cannes, France, at MAPIC. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Edward Jervis.
Thank you.
For a very interesting presentation.